Hey guys, welcome to the Retro Gaming Junction. This is Camilio and we're live on Twitch pretty much every day at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we're continuing our game of Quest for Glory 4. I think we're pretty far into the game. Last time I thought I was stuck, but no, I just had to go sleep in the inn. And then I did a couple of leveling up, dodging, picklocking, throwing stuff. Right now it's like the midday of day 13. Last stream we kind of fast forwarded through this day, so at the end of the day we're gonna talk to people in the bar, and I might skip them since we already. I might not, because what they say is pretty funny. So let's throw some daggers.
You are down to your last. Yeah,
this is faster than the rocks because I can just pick once and he picks them all up in one go. Usually, all of the end games with the thief required a pretty high throwing skill, so 294. Nah, we need it higher than that. At least 300. I would like it 325 maybe.
You
296. Wait a minute. We'll just sleep a little bit here.
After
It's like not advancing anymore.
this you
Wow.
you pick after some.
I'm not gonna sleep in the inn now. We're gonna go through all the dreams in the gardens. In the garden. Knock.
You up.
Okay, we talked to these guys last time, but let's do it again.
Gotta tell you, there's many monsters out there roaming the night in Mordavia.
Yeah, many an eldritch creature crawls out of the dark. I know most of them.
It's a good thing we stay safe within the town walls and doors so we don't have to meet 'em.
All right, fine, so sue me. Maybe we do gossip once in a while.
Well, you must mean my apartment. We know of no cave in Mordavia.
Point is, we never repeat gossip, 'cause we get it right the first time.
Actually, this quote-unquote gossip is about you.
Yeah, he's right, okay? Someone overheard Tanya playing where the staff used to be.
She was singing Trina's in love. Trina loves a human. Trina's in love. Kind of a good beating.
And, since you're the only alleged human having any dealings with that particular vampire...
We thought you just might be interested in that story before we go to the Inquirer.
You know, you can never tell about some people. Unless, of course, you're a gossip.
Well, sport fans, things are pretty quiet around here. Yuri and Bella are happy that Tanya's back.
Yeah, they're okay, you know? Even he goes back to his old self. We even speak to him occasionally now.
There's even a rumor going around that Boris and Olga may be getting together again.
On the other hand, there are vampires in the castle.
Yeah, and it's rough. Are you kidding? I mean, that swamp still cuts us off from the rest of the world.
Yeah, and the the cave still darkly influences everything that goes on here in sleepy Mordavia.
So, we were a skosh curious about you.
Yeah, I mean, you're okay. But when are you gonna get around to taking care of all the rest of our problems?
After all, you're supposed to be the hero around here.
You start to tell them of your plans and the dangers you face.
Color me crazy, but, maybe it's better we don't know all the details.
Yeah, you know, I think we'll sleep better if we don't.
Yeah, what we don't know won't give us nightmares.
One dark day, a large, fragrant stranger came to town.
Oh, I remember. He was dressed in dark clothes, and he wore a hood over his head, so we couldn't quite see his face. I thought it was Tony Fields.
He spoke in a deep, sibilant voice reminiscent of Vincent Price, and had a cruel chuckle.
Moseyed on up to each and every elephant in Mordavia, and whispered a little something in its ear.
Yeah, and by the next day, all the elephants had left town.
I just can't bear this. You gotta tell it.
After that, only the stranger was left in town.
I ran up to him. I asked him, "What have you done? What did you say to the elephants? My wife left me!"
Then he just threw off his clothes and cape, exposing himself to the whole world, and revealed that he was an elephant.
Yeah, he said, "Ha ha, you fools! I am an elephant!"
Then he just packed up his trunk and left forever.
But to this day, on dark, cold nights, you can still hear the distant echoes of elephants trumpeting their mournful cries. My wife, how I miss her.
Sure.
And I call out, "You forgot to
Insane.
write! Not even a fax!" The elephants don't listen, and they never remember.
So whether he's saying that his wife was an elephant, or maybe was as large as an elephant. Okay,
I've
that's
never
all
seen
here.
so many.
It is, if you...
Okay, so now it's getting dark. I forgot to check with the fortune teller today. This is I don't know how to do it at a certain time. Okay.
Welcome. I keep having dreams. Bah, I hate a wolf. Well,
It's always the same thing.
it is not one. I would. You.
You
Keep.
If I go in the crypt, go back to the castle at night, I'm gonna check if I can get a second peek in the Great Hall, maybe another conversation. That would be cool. Fuck it. I don't want to. Shit, I haven't said it in a fucking while. Where was that? The suspense is killing me. Come on. That is the first fight. So it saves before every fight?
You turn.
I should pick lock these instead.
Up. After some rest.
Usually it says you heard something.
You carefully open the.
Oh, no. Okay, let's go sleep.
The door hinges. You reach. As you.
No.
You float gently in this ocean of harmony. You remember the happiness of being here before this. Now there is greater joy. You are not alone. You are filled with the warmth of friendship. You share your hopes, your dreams, all the best moments of your life, knowing that here is someone who understands and cares about you. You reach out to touch your friend, but there is no one there. You are all alone. You awaken the...
Okay.
You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of...
Okay. The nightmare part wasn't as bad as other times.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go check the gypsies.
Welcome, welcome. What next will this...
I don't know, you tell me.
I am I keep... But... Oh... It is not... You have...
Good.
Now we need to go nowhere. No, just need to practice stuff.
Hello.
Just gonna practice stuff in front of everyone else going in. It's right here, right? Yeah. Let's go with some acrobatics. I'm pretty poor at acrobatics. Okay, sometimes this just doesn't work for some reason.
After some... After...
Okay, what about throwing?
You... You are done. You...
Wow, 309. For some reason,
You...
maybe it was better at rocks.
You... 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 You...
Okay, let's go back to
After
the town because I'm going to check if the people in the bar are there to tell me a story. If there's nothing, I'm going to reload here.
Did they? I have not spoken. They worshipped it in the days. Then that.
Okay.
Up.
It's not even the afternoon yet.
Up. What?
Oh, I can't practice this here?
That.
Can I practice my daggers? No, because this is the town.
This does not.
Oh, really? Come on. Okay.
You up.
Gotta tell you, there's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good thing we stay safe within the town.
All right, fine.
You must mean my apartment.
Point is, we never repeat.
Actually,
Yeah, this is the same thing. Okay, no changes. Okay, we may have gone through all this.
And I call.
That would be nice.
You never.
Okay, let's go back to Woman's Garden. See if that's new. And if that's not new, we're gonna sleep here in the inn. And we should get a note from Katrina. Yeah, fuck you. Ooh.
You are in this weird and wonderful place once. This time you remember all the times you have been here before. And despite the beauty, you are afraid. You listen for the voice. It calls out for you. You feel the darkness surround you, and you remember dying. You are overwhelmed with terror, and you remember running away. Your lungs struggle in the agony of no air, and you remember screaming. You are helpless and hopeless, and you remember the eternal loneliness. With all your remaining strength, you reach out to touch the voice. You awaken as the sun
Shit, we'll have to sleep again.
You wake in a cold...
Okay, we'll just stay here though. There's nothing else. We've done pretty much everything here. Every conversation from the barmans, the bar, the patrons. Let's just do some acrobatics. Yeah, 224.
After after
Okay.
after some
And a 15. Is there a new dream?
after some
Oh, whatever.
you are surrounded by warmth and friendship.
What?
There is the delicate taste of exotic fruit in your mouth, and the smell of 1,000 flowers fills your senses. You are again in the magic meadow near Spielberg. Then you see before you the bubbling fountain in the savannah near Tana. You can hear the rumbling purr of a savage jungle cat as it gently rubs its soft fur against you. You kneel down to take a drink of the cool, clear water. You look into the pool and see a reflection, not of your own face, but of another's. It is someone else you have never met, and yet know well. It is the face of the mage Erana.
Finally.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
I guess we'll have to sleep again.
You grab...
Oh, this was better now. I want to fetch those fruits. forget to fetch all of these. Oh no, I need to know what.
After
I'm eager to move on with the game. Sorry guys for all this waste of time, but I want to see all these little cutscenes. Yeah. You know, acrobatics will be super high for the next game. Which is nice. All the stats would be good. Would be pretty nice. Eh. Okay. Uh, 16 now. Could have finished this game in less days, but oh, already the
the
darkness.
sounds of battle rage around you. You hear once again the death screams of 100 brave warriors and friends. The darkness reaches for you. The tendrils of twisted magic writhe around you, sucking at your very soul. Your staff is torn away. Your magic is sheared from you, and you lie defenseless before the all-devouring blackness. You are swallowed by the darkness. Now you draw
Am I gonna
forth
die?
the last of your power, your very life force. With your final spell, you bind the darkness from within, and send it back to the chaos from which it came.
Oh, I thought maybe there was a.
It takes you with it. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
What's the point of these? They're cool. Ah, I should have slept.
You wake in a cold sweat.
Note to anyone who wants to play this game: always sleep in Nirvana's garden. It's way much interesting than sleeping in the inn. I missed all of these because I didn't know. I should have slept at least once. I'm a dumbass. Now we pay the price. This is the price we pay. The stats of like, wow, we're getting to 300. Nice. think. I think so. Come on, do a repeat or something. That's enough. Oh. Oh. And I wake up. Or I never wake up again. Should I click? Do I need to click? What's going on? Maybe it's loading. Sometimes it takes a while. Okay, clicking. Okay. I'm gonna press escape. That just like skips this cutscene, but oh, escape does nothing. Okay, cool. Okay. I think the game is frozen. Okay, great. Okay, this is gonna be loud, sorry. I told you. Okay, I'm gonna sleep again and see what the fuck happens now. The game never expected you to sleep so much in this garden. Okay, I guess if there is another one, we'll never see it. Okay, this is kind of weird. Interesting. Okay, we're gonna finally move on with the game. Sorry. Yeah. And we need to go sleep to the end.
You def... While the lock doesn't...
Oh.
You awaken...
The note is there.
The note says, "Meet me at the castle gates tonight. We have much to talk about."
Okay, tonight, so I still need to do something today. Maybe now that we have the notes,
Good day.
I technically don't even have it in my inventory. Let's enter this. And let's go see the fortune teller also, just quickly.
It is not often that one of your talent and potential comes into Mordovia. Unfortunately, I have already awarded the laboratory assistant position to Frankie.
This is new.
Frankie has been a great... You really... Should you ever visit Silmaria?
Yeah.
You don't have any rations.
I was thinking about that since I was not
You do not...
eating in the inn.
Hello.
Tell...
Very annoying that I can't just buy 10 in one go. That should be enough.
That's my hut.
Okay, let's just pass time again here by doing some acrobatics.
After... 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 After...
Fuck it.
After...
Okay, I don't know if it needs to be later than that. How about that eavesdrop? I will keep that. Meeting. Okay, I didn't forget to pick out my daggers. No, maybe it's not late enough.
Welcome.
After some rest...
How nice of you to come. I'm afraid I accidentally signed the wrong name to your note.
Accidental.
It's been ages since we last met. Come here and let me look at you. You have no power against one such as I. Let's play a little game of fox and hound, shall we?
Okay.
I have summoned the hounds of death. Now we shall see whether you've kept up with your running lessons.
Okay, let's run. Let's run! And I'm dead. What? Okay.
You fool! Did you really believe you could get away from me? I have you now, and you will pay for my death. It is you that caused me to become a vampire. If you had not killed me, I would never be forced to serve the Dark Master again. You probably blame me for all the problems around here, don't you? You understand nothing. The Dark Master is the cause of all the woe that is here. The Dark Master brought you here against my better judgment. The Dark Master made me what I am now, a Nosferatu, and seeks to do the same to you. But I shall spare you that fate. I will mercifully end your miserable existence. Then the Dark Master and I will call forth eternal darkness, and we will no longer be limited to travel at night. Together, my master and I will create an army of undead, and we will conquer the world. Pity you won't be there to witness this. You cannot stop us now. You will never find your way out of this dungeon, and only a stake through the heart or more magic than you will ever have can stop us. You will die, knowing that you were destroyed by the Dark Master. Ah, the sun now rises, and I must go to my rest. You too shall rest. I will not allow you the chance to escape your fate, or to use that stake and hammer I torment you with here. Weapons of my destruction so close at hand, and yet so far.
Of course, it's gonna be
Sleep now,
that
great hero.
Kill him.
Tomorrow, you die.
Okay. See about that. Oh.
You find yourself falling asleep.
Yeah, it's right there beside me.
You wake up from what you thought was a nightmare, only to discover that it's only too real.
Okay.
It's a huge saw, ideal for sectioning trees or prisoners. It's a huge saw. You're in a gloomy, foul-smelling room filled with instruments of torture and death. You don't notice anything special there? You're in a gloomy, foul... You don't... The heavily barred and reinforced door leads out to one of the castle's stairways. You're in a gloomy, foul... You don't notice... The Borgovs were notoriously sloppy housekeepers. It's definitely a skeleton, make no bones about it. It's a grazing mace. You're feeling a little too emaciated to handle that mace at the moment. You're in a gloomy... You don't notice... It's a very uncomfortable, as you've had ample time to discover, rack for holding prisoners suspended from the ceiling. It's an Iron Maiden, a popular torture and murder device. The inside bristles with sharp iron spikes. Unlike most things here, it is shiny and has no rust forming upon it. It's not clear whether the cages are designed to hold prisoners or hungry monsters. Maybe both are put in at the same time. It's not clear. It looks like the sort of metal collar from which a chandelier might be supported. You suspect, however, that it's used for hanging something else in this setting. The platform makes it easier to reach prisoners hanging from the ceiling. There are loops set into the rocks in order to attach foot chains. It's a heavy... You don't have the strength to break... You don't have the strength... You don't have the strength...
I have all my stuff.
You open the lock on the chains easily. It seems your foe has underestimated you once again. It does seem odd, though, that he didn't bother to remove your backpack.
Though. Okay. Pick up the hammer.
You pick up the heavy hammer and store it in your pack. You take the wooden stake and stake its claim in your pack. It's definitely a skeleton, make no... That... It doesn't... Now that you look closely, there does seem to be something a bit odd about the design of the Iron Maiden.
No.
Take a deep breath and step inside.
No. I want to explore the rest of this. Shit. Oh, fuck.
You're in a lady's richly decorated bedroom. The coffin where there should be a bed seems a bit out of place, but there's no accounting for tastes.
Okay, I'm gonna save as a quick save. I'm gonna reload dungeon. We need to check everything.
You open. If you were 9 feet tall, or had your brother along with you, the saw might be useful. As it is, why don't you just say you saw it, and leave it at that? If you were 9 feet... That didn't do... It does... It does... It really... It doesn't...
Oh.
There is something large under the water that is either lonely or hungry. You don't want to find out which.
Oh, yes I do.
That... It wouldn't make a good fighting axe, it's just balanced for...
And of course this will be locked.
You hear the sound of... It's barred on the other side, but you can see and hear the 2 guards through a peephole in the door.
What's going on in there? The master didn't say nothing about guarding no prisoner.
It's the Annabee guy's orders. So what? He gives us something to do.
I don't likes it. I think Annabee's guy's trying to pull a fast one on the master. She's not gonna like this.
You wants to go down there and tell her?
No way.
Then shut up!
Yeah, it's fucking quick save, whatever.
Hey, what I don't get is why the Annabee's guy brings the stake down there. Why give a weapon to the enemy even if you got him chained up?
Who knows? Maybe Ed is gonna put a stake through the prisoner's heart.
You know, there's a secret passage to the master's room from the dungeon.
Yeah? So what?
I don't know, but I sure thinks there's gonna be trouble.
You hear only...
What happens
Pick up.
if I open that without picking the stuff up? We need to know. Maybe I could have gone back. I didn't even realize that.
No. You're...
For some reason I thought this would be a one-way. It's not. Okay. Let's pick up that.
You take... You're in a lady's richly decorated bedroom.
We know. Let's look at it. Let's look at everything now.
Plants help to keep the air fresh in here. Isn't it nice to know that even vampires can be environmentally sensitive?
Either that
Plants
or
help
it's
to keep
invented
the
them
air
to make
fresh.
you think they are.
Plants help... You're in a lady's richly... Only shards remain of the mirror. It appears to have been shattered by a single violent blow. In contrast to the lushness of the other furnishings in this room, the plain desk and chair are obviously functional and frequently... Heavy brocade curtains break up the plain stone walls. Despite them, the room has an unnatural, death-like chilliness. Judging from the size of these pots, Katrina must really earn a lot. This is the biggest urn you've seen yet. You might say it's earnest. Where a bed would normally be is a closed coffin. It is an ornate affair, apparently custom designed for someone who expected to be
Hey Riz, how's it
in
going?
and out of it frequently.
And there's someone in there.
Sculptures are so realistic they almost seem alive. And hungry. Plants help. Top of this ornamental shield is shaped like a bat on the wing. Tassels hang down.
Okay, that's pretty much it.
The shards are sharp. You see some neatly inscribed notes on magical spells, but they're mostly too esoteric for you to understand. In any case, it would be unsafe to spend much time fiddling with the desk. The vampire might awaken at any moment. No sitting down on... You see some... The shards are...
Oh my.
Suddenly you find yourself totally unable to move.
You! What are you?
That's a bad air day.
How dare you? Try to kill me, were you? How dare you? You break into my home, steal away my child, kill my servant, Toby, and then return to kill me? After I befriended you and helped you, some hero you are. I should leave you here to rot. I should let the rats gnaw your bones while you hang there. Give me one reason, one excuse why I should not leave you here to die.
Oh. Oh, this continues.
Katrina no longer bears any resemblance to the innocent peasant girl who pretended to be your friend. She is now revealed in the full extent of her power and anger.
Yeah, nice S&M outfit.
It came to me many years ago to learn from the one called the Dark Master. What he did not know was the Dark Master was a woman. He was quite appalled by the fact. He challenged me to a magical duel and lost. I made him my servant for 50 years, until I grew bored with him and turned him loose. But I had bitten him, and he knew that on his death he would rise again as a vampire under my command. He has served me since the night you defeated him. He hates me, and he is waiting for the opportunity to drive a stake through my heart. But he cannot harm me unless I harm him first. So why did you attempt to destroy me instead of your old enemy, Adavis? Do you fear me that much?
I should say here. Trapped. Oh, that's perfect.
I want you to know what it is like to be helpless. I want you to feel what it is like to know your enemy has a weapon and you can't do anything to stop them from killing you. I want you to know what it is like to be trapped away, never again to see the sunlight. Then perhaps you will understand why I have done what I have done. Then maybe you will realize why I needed someone who could walk openly in the daylight, could talk and make friends with people. Why I wanted your help. I am a vampire, yes. I am a powerful magic user as well. I am also a woman. I was attracted to you. I have never met anyone like you. I trusted you. Then you destroy the child I loved and break into my home to destroy me. How could you? Why? I summoned you here to Mordavia. Adavis told me how you defeated him, and I someone resourceful and powerful. The summoning spell was interrupted by the magic from the Dark One's cave, and you appeared there. I opened the cave mouth and hoped you could find your way out. I tried to make you think that I was a real woman, someone to talk to and be your friend. You don't know how long it has been since I have had a real friend. I wanted your help. That is why you are here. Now you only need to know what I want you to do. You will help me. No matter what, you will do what I want. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Then why don't you satisfy mine? What were you trying to prove by opening my coffin?
Plead for mercy, defend your action, tell him about Chow. Tell Katrina you love her. He will do that. Let's do that above. Let's do this first. Oh.
You tell her about how Ad Avis brought you here and set you up.
Adavis. Yes, that does sound like him. He cannot harm me directly. I am his vampire master, after all. Plotting against me and trying to use you are very much his style. But it was not Adavis who stole Tanya from me! You broke into my home and took my child away! Why should I show you any mercy?
Yeah, I want to say that, but let's say this instead. I should have said
So try to explain what you're doing in Katrina's bedroom.
Trying to find an exit from the dungeon? Just couldn't pass up a chance to look at the helpless vampire, could you? Funny place to look.
I just
for
looked at her.
Out, wasn't it? I have decided that I still have a use for you. Alive.
Oh,
If you
I want to
help
say that
me,
I love her.
you may still manage to leave Mordavia without my mark upon you. I want you to seek out the 5 missing Dark One rituals and return to the castle.
I think I have all of them.
Together we will summon the Dark One and bring eternal night to this land.
Okay.
You will help me, won't you?
Why not?
Or must I take more drastic measures to assure your obedience?
Oh, that's all new.
The telltale mark of a vampire's victim is the pair of puncture wounds on the throat. The Dark One lies dreaming between this world and its own. The Dark One's cave not only is a temple to the Dark One, it is the Dark One. I need the rituals in order to bring the Dark One back into this world. The Dark One will cast the shadow of darkness upon this land. Daylight will never come again. Then I will no longer need to sleep helpless in my coffin. I will no longer be vulnerable to any mere human who seeks to drive a stake through my heart. I truly will be the Dark Master. I can bite your throat and lick your blood until you are vacant. You will then be alive, but under my complete control. However, you would find it difficult to think clearly, and it would take you a long time to heal. You would be very vulnerable to attack from the monsters of the night. Since I do not want you to die just yet, I will restrain myself from caressing your very handsome throat with my teeth. For now, anyway.
Okay, just a second. I'm gonna tell her we love her. Let's talk about all this first. If I press escape, it just skips the conversation completely. I love you.
Tell me you love me and then try to put a stake in my
I didn't
heart,
do
no
shit.
doubt. Don't you dare say those words to me. The truth, now! Or I will make certain you regret.
I'm sorry.
You apologize profusely for disturbing Katrina's rest.
Oh, is that supposed to make it all better? It was all just a big misunderstanding. Let's kiss and make up. Why should I forgive you after you betrayed me again and again? I have decided that I still have a... If you help me, I want you to seek out together. You...
Okay. I was curious.
I...
To the child.
Tell how you returned the child to her parents and how happy she is now.
I loved her. I gave her everything she ever wanted. Toys, Toby to talk and play with. She was no longer afraid of the night. She was happy here.
Tell Katrina that Tanya is happy now.
You think it was wrong of me to take her from her parents? They ignored her. They never gave her anything. I gave her everything.
You remind Katrina that she did kill Tanya.
Killed her? I lifted her to a new life. One where she would not have to fear growing old and ugly. One where she would never have to die again. You were the one who killed her! Returned her to fear and age and to face death again. I loved her. And she loved me.
No, this is the same. Explain your action.
Try to explain what you're doing in Katrina's bedroom.
Trying to find an exit from the dungeon?
Yeah, we listened
I
to
have
that last
decided
time,
if
so
I want
to
together,
live.
you will.
No, I can accept or not. I'm gonna refuse. She's gonna kill us. Oh, we need to talk about
The
all this.
telltale mark. The Dark One lies dreaming between...
But we saw all that.
Did-
Yeah, I talked
then
about all
I-
this already. Okay. Agree or nothing. Agree.
You tell Katrina that you'll do anything, anything at all, if she'll just let you go and not rip your throat out.
Very well. But because I can never completely trust you, I will make certain you carry out my bidding.
Bidding.
By my will, I guias thee.
Yes.
Thou shalt seek the heart ritual of the Dark One. Thou shalt seek the blood ritual of the Dark One. Thou shalt seek the breath ritual of the Dark One. Thou shalt seek the bone ritual of the Dark One. Thou shalt seek the sense ritual of the Dark One. Return with these rituals ere 3 nights pass, lest ye suffer. Thus is your guess.
I have them all.
So go and return with the rituals soon. I would not want you to suffer after all.
Okay. Quick save, yeah. I'll try to go sleep at Irana's garden. I think it's gonna gonna crash again. Well, I don't know if it crashes or what, but the game doesn't like that. It's gonna be a fight. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I did. I kickstarted the Wasteland 2. At the time, I didn't even know Wasteland existed. This is the Kickstarter of Wasteland 2 opened my eyes to the fact that Wasteland was a precursor to Fallout. I didn't even know that. I had heard of Wasteland, but I just didn't know about it.
Your Majesty.
No, I got it. Sleep. Morning. Oh, do I need it? She wants us to come back. How do we come back? Do we come back where? It's gonna happen. Oh!
You are walking in the land of dreams, searching for something. You sense the nearness of Irana and feel her gentle presence beside you. You turn to her and see tears in her eyes. You feel sorrow and an incredible sense of loss and reach out for her. As the vision resumes, the darkness swallows her and she is torn from you. You feel her die as she tries to drive the darkness away. The darkness is trapped in the world between worlds. So is Irana.
Oh, she might not be dead yet. Oh, what's that?
You awaken.
Damn, we'll have to sleep again. I want to see the continuation of that. This is day what? 8:20. We missed a couple of days, it seems. No, this was the right way. Yeah, they're pretty great. I would have liked a continuation of the genre and see what would have happened if it would have been a little bit more popular. God damn, deafening. Ah.
Welcome. I have tried to read your fortune for you while you were gone. All the cards came up black. Then I had a vision. It was a dark vision. It left me cold and sick, yet I knew the vision was true. Now I will show you my vision and read your future once more in the tarot cards. And this time, darling, I won't even charge you for it. The Dark One is not something of which the gypsies speak. It was an ill day when our tribe traveled to this valley, We used to trade freely with the people of the castle years ago. We did not know how things had changed here. The influence of the Dark One overshadows this valley. We gypsies know better than to get involved with the Dark One. You need to deal in some way with the darkness, and we gypsies are bound by honor to aid you however we can. Yet, if your actions stir the darkness and unleash it, our tribe will be destroyed. Still, you are an agent of destiny, and we will serve you as you serve it. The magic of the Dark One overwhelms this area, and the cards cannot override this power. Last night, I had a dream. It was a dark dream, and it frightened me. But it was a dream for you. Let me share with you the images which I saw, and perhaps the cards will aid in the telling. The first image I saw was that of a bone. I heard in my dreams the words, "Bring me to life." Now, let us see what the cards will say of this. Somehow, I do not think this is a premonition, although it fits the situation. No. I think this is a place, a tomb or cenotaph. Now, what more can we learn? Of all the cards, this is the most watery. The tomb lies in or near some water. The lake, perhaps. No. Rather, I believe this is the swamp. Somewhere in the swamp lies a tomb. And somewhere at that tomb is a piece of the puzzle that explains or deals with the image of the bones. But I sense that you already have the answer to that problem. So perhaps you know more of this than I. Oh, in my dream, I seem to move deeper into the darkness. The next image I saw in my dream was that of blood. I felt my own blood go cold as it too spoke the words, "Bring me to life." What do the cards say of this? The tower. This is always an ill omen. I believe it represents a building of some sort. Let us learn more. The Dark One. The building is dedicated to the Dark One
all these.
itself.
She's telling us
Somewhere
where
within there lies the puzzle piece
the rituals
for
are.
the blood. However, I sense that you already contain that piece.
She's gonna go through all of
In
these.
the dream, I seemed to get colder. I felt the icy breath of something huge before me. It got louder and stronger, and I seemed to be pulled by it. Before me was the image of breath. I felt myself pounded by the words, "Bring me to life, bring me to life." Tried to run, but I was caught in the wind. But the dream is over. Now, let us discover what we can. Ah, this one is not a place. No, I believe this is the woman from your past. The self-centered one of power has the secrets to the breath. But you have already dealt with her, for the puzzle piece of the breath now lies with you.
Where was the breath? I think I wrote it down.
Then, in my dream, I felt myself blown along. All sound died, and I felt as if I had lost my body. I could not see, hear, smell, or feel anything. Then I saw the symbol of the senses. I was again overwhelmed by the words, "Bring me to life." Then the image faded. Shall we learn more? Another place of darkness, some building or perhaps only a structure. The next card may help us. The Six of Swords? No, this is a sign of travel. Could it be a building far away? No, it cannot be. This is also the sign of the gypsies. But we have no buildings, particularly ones cursed by the darkness. I don't understand this. Let me discuss this subject with the others of my tribe. Perhaps we may yet make sense of this. To return to my dream, I soon could hear a tremendous pounding noise. I found myself swept forward, deeper into darkness. There before me was the symbol of the heart.
Okay, I'm skipping that.
This is an inverted queen of rods, a jealous and deceitful woman, one who harbors no goodwill toward you. There are many women in your life right now. This one is not to be trusted. This woman also has magic, but the magician card is inverted. That implies that she is one who is willing to use her skills for bad purposes. She is opposed to you and will not give this puzzle piece freely. I can tell that this part of the puzzle has... Oh, again, the dream filled me with fear, and I struggled to awaken from its depths. I could not resist against its force, so I found myself in the center of darkness. I saw before me this symbol and heard the voice demand, "Give me life." I awoke and lay trembling for the rest of the night. Let us see where the last part of the puzzle lies. The Hierophant, the sign of a spiritual leader. This person is one who serves another willingly. There are many possible interpretations here. Now, let us see what the next card will explain. The Dark One. This is a priest of the Dark One, or someone trapped by the Dark One, or perhaps both. You will have to enter into darkness itself to find this piece. Yet remember, nothing serves the Dark One and remains unchanged. The one who has what you seek is of the Dark One now. Deal with him carefully. These last cards will reveal the point of all these visions and dreams.
What's the point?
The Dark One. The Lady of Power and Magic. The Dark One is the ultimate source of all the problems here, yes. It drew those with ties to dark magic and those with ties to good. It is a thing not of this world, yet linked to it. My people tell tales of the battle against it. The stories tell of how the mage Irana held off the Dark One and sent it back, how she died in that battle, and the darkness was banished forever. These were just children's stories told to drive off the terrors of the night. What truly happened in that battle, we do not know. It is clear that the battle never ended, and the darkness still draws allies to its side. Just as you were drawn here as a pawn in this war, for whose side are you working, huh? It seems that both the Dark One and the magician Irana are using you. How this will end, the cards cannot foresee. The agents of darkness will continue to influence your actions in this matter. For now, I think this serves the purposes of both sides, right?
Wow.
The visions are clear.
Are you done?
You will need to walk to the very center of darkness. The battle is stalemate, and only you can determine the winner. Only by turning the war to the Dark One, releasing it, can you free the magician Irana. Unless you do both, you do neither. We gypsies do not speak the names of those with power unless we must. Now I sense that such a time has come. You will know the Dark One by its name, but use it only where you must.
Maybe I should write that.
The Dark One is called Avuzo.
Avuzo. I knew that.
Leave now, and we will speak no more on this subject.
Pazuzu.
Except for the gypsy card and the dark building. I am an old wolf, and I cannot stand such a dream as that last night. It would kill me to face it again.
Welcome, Born to be
That
Retro.
is all the cards can reveal.
Wow.
It took all my power to read this.
It also took
May it
all the
serve
space on
you
the
well.
CDs. Holy shit!
Now we shall speak openly of an enemy which seeks to make all of us. It is a thing of dark magic. It is not of this world, but it seeks constantly to enter here. It feeds upon all living things and surrounds itself with darkness. Weak-minded fools worship it, since it promises its followers their every dream. Powerful fools seek to control it, but it too is powerful. Too powerful for anyone to control. Many years ago, a cult tried to summon the Dark One in Mordavia. They would have succeeded, but for a handful of brave men and the magician Irana. You see, it was not entirely driven back to its own world. Dark magic has leaked from the Dark One's cave, perverting this land and twisting the living things here. So, now again, the Dark One seeks to enter this world. Well, this time,
Yes.
Irana too is a pawn. Because of her, you will unleash the darkness, so let us pray.
I'll vanish. Okay. Wow.
The magician Irana faced the Dark One at the time of the summoning
We all know
and
that
prevented it from entering this world. She was trapped by it as well. You have her
I don't know what
staff,
to do with
but
her
to
staff.
free Irana, you must first free the Dark One.
Okay.
The last boyar was known to be a worshipper of the Dark One. Actually, he was high priest of the cult. He vanished during the time of the summoning. I believe he is the meaning of the Hierophant's card. If the boyar is still alive after all this time, he must be trapped in the Dark One's cave. I shudder to think how he has managed to survive, or what he must have become.
I have a feeling I can answer that question. I am not as mystical as Magda, but I am certain as to the meaning of the tower and gypsy cup. I heard a gypsy story once about Mordavia. It seemed once long ago, a gypsy was hunting. This was a time when the pass to Mordavia was open, and the Borgov still ruled as boyars in the castle. This gypsy saw men walking and chanting through the forest at night. He recognized the leader as the boyar. Curious, he followed them to a place near the Dark One's cave. They came to a large standing stone, gray and unmarked. One of the men held up a strange light. It was a will-o-wisp trapped in a bottle.
God, okay.
The standing
Just
stone
give
started
me
to
the
glow,
answers.
and runes appeared.
Okay.
The boyar touched a metal disc to the stone pillar, and a section opened. The men continued chanting as the boy...
Okay.
Yes, it is to the rituals that the cards referred. 5 you can find. That leaves only the ritual for the opening of the mouth. And I believe your Katrina must have that one already. However...
I see.
I knew something had happened to you. I caught your scent. I was hunting near the castle the other night, and I heard a woman's voice coming from one of the upper windows. She cried out in anger, or in sorrow. How could he? How dare he? My child, my baby. Then the hunt moved on, and I heard no more.
You tell about Adavis, Katrina, and the Gears.
So, that is what the reading was about. Ah, things are building to a climax, and you are the center of it all. Oh, that you lived to tell such a tale. This is why you were summoned here, or else we would be hanging garlands of garlic.
You tell about the gnome and his problems.
Yeah, this guy?
The clay pot holds a rare plant. You're in the cramped interior
This
of
guy?
the gypsy fortune teller's
Nope.
wagon.
This is not
A large
Cat Boy.
table with 3 chairs.
That's... I'll let you find out yourself.
You
Maybe you know already. Maybe Cam Clark was... Oh, sounded like the good snake. No, no, no.
You are in the north.
This is a very famous actor. Very famous. I don't know if he's very famous, but he... Let me Google it. No, no, no. It's John Rhys Davis. It's the guy who plays Gimli in The Lord of the Rings. And he also plays in many other... He's a theater guy. No, not you. Oh yeah, I'll take a break here. Yeah, listen to that. Like, it's so...
You are in the northern part of the forest. To the north, you can see the...
His voice is so... yeah, quick say. Yeah, Indiana Jones. So I'm gonna take a little break here, but after the break we're gonna bring the ritual to Katrina. I don't know if we need to bring her to the castle or go directly to in front of the mouth. And do we need to wait that night? I think she said to wait, maybe not. Anyways, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Won't be too long.
Revolutionized the first-person shooter with award-winning 360-degree stomach-wrenching action. Then, we plunged you deeper into chaos with deadlier enemies that fed off your power. Now, after years of waiting, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Descent 3's fusion engine lets you move seamlessly from inside to outside. Crush your enemies, set them on fire, and watch them suffer. Match wits with robots that sneak up behind you, hide behind walls, and work in teams. The best multiplayer out of the box, Descent 3 is optimized for modem internet play. Descent 3.
A dark, sprawling manor house filled with a horde of strange and mysterious characters. An innocent child and an evil, one-eyed pirate freshly risen from the grave. And you, Carnby, the elusive detective of the bizarre and the macabre, are on the case. Open the door and step into the twisted horror. HQ.
It's the year 2065, and a war of awesome magnitude has erupted. In Konami's Cybernator for the Super NES, gamers assume the role of Cybernator, a giant mechanical warrior equipped with a nuclear fission thruster assault suit. Cybernator must try and obtain control of the moon base and its immense capabilities of launching monolithic intergalactic battle cruisers. But in your path stand the most powerful, mega-sized boss enemies ever to explode out of the Super NES scene. And only the Cybernator skilled in battle on land, satellite orbit, and atmosphere can bring this crushing war to a close. In the quest for peace, any of 4 different weapon systems can be powered up and switched out during gameplay. Fight on, crushing Axis cyber troops, topping it out through 7 war zones that stretch from the moon through vast expanses of space to the fringes of the Earth's atmosphere.
New World Computing, creators of Heroes of Might and Magic, the turn-based strategy game of 1995 that combined high-quality art with unusually clever artificial intelligence, winners of multiple industry accolades and awards, proudly presents Heroes of Might and Magic 2, The Succession Wars. Picking up where Heroes of Might and Magic left off, players choose sides in a war of succession for the throne of Enroth. An interactive plot combines with fully animated 3D cutscenes to bring to life a story of sorcery, intrigue, and betrayal. Players now have the choice of over 4 dozen monster types, 60 animated combat spells, and dozens of unique artifacts. Included in Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is an improved computer AI, expanded 6-player network capability, 15 hero skills and abilities, a random map generator, and the popular World Builder Scenario Editor. With many new features, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 is sure to please veteran strategy gamers as well as newcomers to the genre. Look for Heroes of Might and Magic 2, coming this fall.
There's no time to rest when your foe doesn't sleep. System Shock by Origin successfully weaves it.
We're back. Let's go here. See if some of the townspeople have something to say.
One thing you can say I have not spoken. That.
No, that's the same. Nah, fuck it. I'll go check the castle. Oh, hello. Okay. So just click on the castle to go there? How does that work?
Oh, what a a good boy you are. You would never do anything to hurt me, would you? Unlike some others I could name. So, you have returned with the rituals. Good. Very good. We will journey at once to the Dark One's cave. Soon, it will be forever night, and I shall never be at anyone's mercy again.
Cool.
Ya Avuzel, hear me, great Dark One. Open thy mouth that we may enter. Open thy mouth that will swallow us all. Open thy mouth of darkness, Ya Avuzel.
That is all I can do for you, Camilio. You will need to perform the other rituals yourself. Oh, this can't be voiced because they say my name.
We will be watching you, so do not even think of trying to betray us.
The last ritual remains with the High Priest. You will need to take it before you begin the other rituals. Please, be careful.
Yes, we would hate for anything unpleasant to happen to you.
Enter now, and good luck.
I want to see my points now. Oh, hello. $225. Okay, see, it's out of 500. I'm guessing. Okay. There's a book down there. What the fuck?
You see an old leather-bound book. As awful as it now appears, something about the creature's shape suggests that it was once as human as you. Something truly terrible must have occurred to change it to its current shape. The horrible being seems to be asleep. A rope. You cautiously.
This is too simple. How do I get that book down there?
This is not a good. This is not a good. The dagger sticks into the blob thing's side, and it.
I was sleeping.
The dagger sticks into.
Shit, I'm a dumbass. I was sleeping.
The dagger.
Maybe I can get there with... Yeah, maybe I can do something from here. Oh, there you go. I definitely need that book. For sure. I need the book. Oh, he's still going. I need to sneak here if he's sleeping.
Disgusting, slimy creature seems to have heard something. It's starting to stir. You might be in the soup this time. That thing looks as though it can really dish it out.
Fight?
Now you've done it. The horror has woken up completely and it looks hungry. You're also having some trouble keeping the contents of your stomach at the sight of the creature.
Oh, let's see that. Oh wow, it does nothing. Holy shit. This does nothing. This does nothing. Nothing. Let's go with... Yeah. Oh wow. There you go. Computer knows what to do. What the fuck? I don't even know how he does the... Holy shit. Okay. But that's not what I want. Automatic save? I'm just gonna pick it up. Fetch might be better. I do have an invisibility spell.
That didn't do anything.
Really?
That did... You pick up the book and read it. It is the diary of the last boyar. It seems that the thing in the pit was the last boyar. Being a servant of the Dark One didn't do much for his looks or disposition. On the last page is the thing you have been searching for. The Ritual of Essence. Now you have all the rituals, and the summoning of the Dark One can begin. The book crumbles into dust in your hands moments after you memorize the final ritual.
There you go. I don't know, this is what I need to do. Hey Dave, how's it going? Yeah, it looked like the Baraka, what's the name of the character? I'm not super familiar with Street Fighter. I'm not a fighting game kind of guy. Why am I all beat up? Oh, maybe the autosave was after I killed them. Whoa. That's what happened. Right, it's no big deal. I just don't want to kill it. Hello. Man, the loading in this game. God damn it. It's like once out of 20 reload is gonna do that. Now it might even be. Okay, wow. So he's still alive. Okay, he's still alive. Doing this. Picking up the book.
You pick up the book on the book.
Yes, we'll read the book.
This does not...
Nice. He still sleeps. Sphincter is pulsating. Hey, thanks for the raid, Eric Xena. The music stopped exactly for the notification. Couldn't have timed it better. Hey Ambrosine, how's it going?
A stone valve blocks this passageway.
So I don't think I can open. I'm supposed.
Try as you might, the stone valve.
This isn't the right time. Yeah, I'm guessing this is the one. Well, we've done all this. Oh, maybe there's something here to do.
It doesn't.
One of the rituals. This would be the bone, I'm guessing. This scroll contains the image of a pair of crossbones at the top. The rest is written in characters that seem to shimmer and shift so that you can't focus on them.
The lighting isn't quite a...
I need to do some preparation.
You put the torch back in the sconce.
Oh, okay.
You take... You light the torch. You put the torch back in the sconce.
Yeah, you should play it. If it's the only one you haven't played, play it. I think it's one of the best, if not the best of the bunch. I do like them all. There's some high-end lows in every one of them. The third one, I think, is the low point of the series. It's still good. It's just short and... I don't know. It's beautiful, though. They're all really beautiful.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One.
Yeah, we know that. Can we do the thing now?
There are lines in the sand, as if it has been used in the past to form pictures. There is no apparent pattern to the lines at the moment. Nothing. That didn't do it. That didn't. The ritual isn't designed to be... That didn't do. There are lines in the sand, as if it has been used in the past to...
I need to do a pattern.
You take the torch.
No.
You put
this is too far. They should have zoomed in on that.
The altar feels strangely warm to your touch. This is not a good... This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand.
It's covered with sand. Oh, the sweep?
That didn't do... That didn't... There are lines in the... There are lines in the sand, as if it has been used in the past to form pictures. There are lines... There are lines... That didn't do it. There are lines... The rich...
If I do one of the other ones, does it say the same?
That didn't do anything. That did...
Doesn't do shit. Okay, so this is what I need to do. Oh.
That didn't do it.
Oh, fuck. Unmarked, so I need to mark it with something.
That didn't... That did... That... That didn't do anything. That... You press the Dark One sign against the top of the altar. The sand swirls and shifts to form a mirror image of the sign. The Dark One sign dissolves into the sand, its purpose fulfilled at last. You unroll the scroll containing the bone ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, a woozle, Dark One, come! I stand among your massive bones. Let your skeleton once more be filled with your presence. The rocks of the cave creak and groan around you, as if forced to bear some massive weight. Ya, a woozle! Take shape once more in this place that is your home. Stand again among us. The bones near the altar start to sway and move, as if a massive wind was blowing change through the cavern. Ya, a woozle, Dark One, come. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. Suddenly you realize that the nearest bones have formed into a cage and are closing around you.
Oh. And I can't move here. Oh. I haven't saved in a while. Trap. Okay, I can't move. Can I use this?
You need to get...
Oh, I'm dead. Acrobat, it just says it. I was about to try it. Let me try it, game. Don't be a backseater. Do I even have time here, or... Acrobatic.
It does... That... It doesn't... This torch is firm. You take the...
We need our torch back.
This torch... You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Oh, it's this one now.
You are in an eerie cave that appears to have been formed by red lava. It's a long way down to the pits between the narrow passage. You are in This large rock pillar doesn't look to be anchored in any way, although it looks heavy enough that it would take great strength to move it. A stone arch forms a sort of bridge at this. You are in an eerie... It looks pretty much as you'd expect. It's a large, rather ordinary boulder. You are in an... There's a small ledge down there. It doesn't look very useful. You are in an... The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. Feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it.
Well, I'm here. Wait a minute.
The rough stone... It's a large...
Okay.
You don't need to move the rock pillar, yet. Besides, it looks...
Yet. Acrobatics?
Why? It's too far. It's...
Oh, jump in from here, maybe.
You move as close as you can get to the island, then try a death-defying acrobatic leap towards it.
Okay.
The upper shelf looks pretty distant. It would take an incredible feat of acrobatics to make it from here. You're not sure if you can...
I have great acrobatic skills. I think. Yeah. There you go. What are my skills? I never checked. 290. What happens up here?
Why jump there? It's too far. Why jump there when you can walk?
I didn't jump, I looked. Relax, dude.
Why? That didn't do it. That.
So, what was the point of going here?
You.
There you go. No. Okay, what is this?
A bowl set beneath the altar is partly filled with the still viscous blood of many past victims. You can see black stains on the sides of the bowl, grim relics of the dark priests with bad aim.
This is the blood ritual. They're all in order.
The blood...
Oh.
You unroll the scroll containing the blood ritual. Words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, a woozle, bringer of blood, I bring fresh blood to fill your veins. Following the scroll's instructions, you prick your finger and let a few drops of blood drip into the altar bowl. They seem to sizzle and roil within the black bowl. Ya, a woozle, let this chamber fill with your fiery blood once more. Drops of thick acid liquid begin to form and drip from the altar into the bowl. Ya, a woozle, bringer of blood! The dark liquid oozes forth from openings throughout the chamber and begins to fill the channels below. The blood hisses and sizzles as it flows. The scroll falls from your hands into the altar bowl, where it is instantly consumed by the acid.
Oh, nice.
A thick, putrescent liquid now oozes and flows through the cave. It looks highly corrosive and in general like something you'd best avoid.
Let's pick it up.
From the way the blood is gouging new channels in the rock, you suspect that touching it would probably be your last action. The blood bears a striking resemblance to hydrofluoric acid, at least in its corrosive... That didn't do anything. That didn't do anything. That didn't do...
No. I was about to say, oh, I can't even touch the blood. At first I was trying, and then when I wasn't trying, I died. I don't even know where I died. Oh my. Come on. You can do it, game. Or not. Okay, I think I have to restart the game. Yeah, fuck that. It's when I passed here, I think. Well, can I just jump back up? Maybe I need good acrobatics, but I might be okay.
You don't think you can make it that far. You'll have to approach a little closer to the...
Oh, by going up there.
You move as close as you can...
There you go. On Sphincter 3. What's behind Sphincter 3? What the fuck's going with the speed here? What?
The stone has been formed into a number of strange globes in this part of the cave. A stone image of a huge unearthly creature with tentacles has been carved out of the rock on the left side.
It looks pretty much as you'd...
Stone bubbles are everywhere in this section of the cave. They remind you of something, but it's not quite coming to you. Stone bubbles are everywhere in this... A huge stone tentacle is hollow. Somehow reminds you of a mocking imitation of a musical instrument. The stone has been formed into a number of strange globes. It's another valve or sphincter, much like the one through which you entered. The stone bubbles have joined here into what almost appears to be a despite their appearance, despite
that...
You can't get this valve to move at all.
Can we move there? What about this thing here?
The altar feels strangely warm to your touch, but leaves a deeper chill somewhere within you.
Oh, it's an altar.
The ritual isn't designed...
You unroll the scroll containing the breath ritual. The words are visible at last, and you... Yah, a woozle of the breath of night! I shall come to draw forth your breath in the song of shadows. On the most right horn shall I begin thy song. The shadows of darkness gather. Yah, a woozle! Then shall I play on the leftmost of three. The wind shall come forth among the shadows. I shall bring breath again unto thy centre. The wind of darkness blows all before it. Yea, a woozle of the breath of night. I shall sound the final note on high. The The shadows of darkness shall rise again. You sense an awakening and a waiting within the altar, as if it is alive and expecting something more.
It said like left, middle, and then I thought it would say right, but he said high. You have to play these notes in order. And if it's left to right with 3 notes, that's like the simplest fucking thing. Oh. Oh, there you go. And I died. I think there's 3 of them. Oh man, that reloads. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, but it said to start with the left one. That didn't work. Start with this one. And we're dead. Maybe I should read more of that description when you die.
You take a deep breath, then blow hard.
That worked. Let's save again. That was the middle one. Do this one now. And we're dead. I think it's frozen. God damn it. I would do that all the time if it wasn't for that crazy loud. Okay, so now this one. Oh, come on. No.
You take a deep breath. You take a deep.
Again in the middle. All in the middle. It seems reloading here is problematic. Okay. Okay, this worked
take
the
a deep
first time.
You can't get this.
This one.
The altar feels strangely warm.
I'm wondering if I need to be quick enough. Okay, I'm gonna wait for that.
You take a deep.
It seems to work better if I wait here.
You take a deep...
Ah, what the fuck?
You take a deep breath.
Okay. I really thought I needed to do it while the note was running in the background, but it's not that. But if I blow twice in the middle one, I just die. I'm gonna try again.
You take a deep... You take a deep...
And I'm dead.
You take a deep... You can't get this... You... That did... You can't... This... You can't... You missed... This is not a good place to practice throwing. This is not a good... This is not...
I thought maybe blocking the thing.
You unroll the scroll. Yeah, on the most right horn shall I begin thy song.
Oh, the right horn.
Yeah, a woozle.
Oh, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah, you said...
But the right one is this one. We die when we do that. Oh, I should have waited. Man, if this wasn't just such a pain in the ass. something out. I'm gonna bump the cycles. Something else maybe. It's over there. Oh no, I'm gonna try a couple of things. See if that changes something. The game should run faster. I don't know if it's gonna be too fast or what. Yeah, the mouse is definitely smoother, I think. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so let's do this again.
You unroll. Yeah, a woozle of the breath of night. On the most right horn shall I begin thy song. Yeah, a woozle. I shall bring breath again unto thy center. Yeah, a woozle of the breath of night. I shall sound. You sense an awakening and a waiting within.
The high note, I think, would be the right one. The only one I don't die is when I do this.
You take a deep.
So that means that I'm due
the
to
altar
do
feels
this
strange.
No, I die if I do this. I don't understand. I'm gonna go out and in again. I don't know where we're at in the puzzle anymore. Can we just reset this fucking thing? Yeah, I don't know if this resets it or what. Buzz. Okay, let's do this.
You
first.
unroll the. I shall. Yeah, you.
Let's try the right one first. No, we die. I know, because if he says something, I don't die. Now it's always working.
It doesn't.
Oh.
You straight. It doesn't. It.
Oh, so I need to do this first.
The ritual isn't designed to be. You unroll.
Okay.
On the. Yeah. You.
So I can do this.
You take a deep.
Now I'll do the left one, and I die. Wait a minute. I'll just be sure that I die. Yes. Okay.
You unroll. Yeah. On the. Yeah. You.
It says the right one first. I'm gonna do the right one. But I die. No. Okay. So it's the middle one. But it makes no sense.
You unroll. Yeah, a woozle. On the most right horn shall I begin thy song.
Horn.
The shadows of darkness gather. Yeah,
so then the leftmost of the three. 1, 2, 3. This is the right one. This is the left one. This is the middle one. Am I fucking crazy here?
Yeah, you said.
Am I crazy? Is there something I'm missing? Am I not understanding what I'm fucking seeing? Right, middle, left. If I do right one, I die. So let's do the middle one.
You take a deep...
Now I'm guessing the left one, but if I do that, I die. We did all the combinations. Nothing makes any more sense.
It doesn't.
Ah, fuck.
The ritual isn't... You unroll... Yeah, on the... Yeah, you... The altar feel... The altar... The altar... You take a deep breath, then blow hard into the hollow tentacle.
What? There's 4 of them? But these... Then the middle one. Is this the
take a
middle
deep...
one? So that middle one is maybe the high one. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, that's gonna be the last one. So right?
It does.
No.
You unroll. Yeah, on the most. I shall. Yeah, you.
Yeah, that was pixel hunting right there.
You take a deep breath.
No, the leftmost one. Oh my god. At least I don't have to wait half an hour in between reloads now. So maybe the 3 ones is these 3 here. This, and this maybe? I don't know.
You unroll on them. I
Could have
shall
made
bring
this
breath
bigger, right?
Yeah, you said.
Like in this room, all this is useless. This is the only thing that's important. Why is this big like this?
You take a...
Okay, I'm saving after this now.
You take a deep breath.
Oh wow.
You take a deep...
Wow. Wow. Save. And now I think it's this one.
You take a deep...
My god. And I just died. No? Okay.
Dust swirls through the chamber.
I need to do something. Oh.
They're not strong enough to hold on to a tentacle against that force of wind. I'll have to find a different... You missed. You missed.
You missed?
You missed. You missed. You missed. You missed.
You missed. I can talk. Why does it say you missed?
You missed. You missed. It does. It.
That.
The fact that when I was going around like that and I clicked on that, he said you need to be stronger. So if I disequip,
You're not strong enough to hold on to a tentacle against that force of wind.
I think that the
We'll have to find a different way out of here.
The fighter might just be able to just
not strong.
take that.
Dust swirls through the chamber.
Since I can't do anything except this, I'm gonna go up. I'm sure I need to.
You miss.
Is it like my throwing skill is not okay? I'm gonna try something. Let's put the skills down.
You miss.
No.
You miss. This does not.
Oh, how many levels are there? I want to put it exactly where it was. Anyway.
This does not.
Oh. Oh shit, that was working.
This is not a good place. This is not.
Oh,
this
was working.
The grapnel grabs you. With a bit of coaxing, you manage to get it to let it go again.
The
grapnel
grabs you?
This is.
Okay, it must be something else then.
This is not. This is. The altar remains. You take it.
Oh. Wow, man, this place. Oh, Sierra.
You take it.
Because now it's okay. No, it's not always open. Maybe I need to time my things. Ah, come on, really? But once I'm in there, can't I just... Do I just want to exit? Am I done here? Am I being stupid? Yeah, I'm being stupid. I'm being a dumbass. I thought I needed to get into that. Whatever. We were done. And the last sphincter.
You feel totally numb. Can't see anything, feel anything, hear anything, taste anything, or even smell anything. Is this totally senseless?
Hey, Bio Blizzard, how's it going? Okay, no senses here. No senses. We're almost done.
The exit seems to be sealed. There's no way...
Reawaken the senses. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna put this on my head.
The bag. That didn't do it. Nothing. That didn't
What did
do
it
anything.
say?
The bag makes you look a bit like the rumor guy. That didn't... Wait. You just felt something, hard and round with some spiky bits sticking out. Your sense of touch has returned.
Okay. Oh, maybe I just need to walk around here.
There doesn't seem to be any... There doesn't... Wow! Did something just die in here? Your sense of smell has just returned with a vengeance.
Twitch is always watching. What? What does that mean?
You hear a loud, almost explosive pounding and something like rushing water. After a moment you realize that you're hearing the sounds of your own heartbeat and of the blood pulsing. You stand still for a second until the sounds subside to a dull throb. You can hear again.
Can I see again?
Blinding glare assaults your vision and you nearly fall from the path. It's as if you're staring directly at the sun. After a bit you still see stars. Now at last you can see the cave you're in. Ahead of you lies the altar.
Okay.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. You don't notice anything. It's a round ball with a number of sharp-looking spikes. A cluster of the spiky balls has formed into some sort of strange nerve or sense organ. The cluster blocks most of the path to the exit. It's a round ball. The rounded spur of rock reminds you of something. It's just on the tip of your tongue. No, of your nose. That's it. You don't notice. You don't notice. It looks like a stone. This looks a bit like a blacksmith's anvil. You are looking into a giant eye, which appears to be looking right back at you. The rough stone altar...
Okay.
You begin to read the sense ritual before the altar. Ya, Avuzel!
He really likes saying
Dark
Avuzel.
calls unto darkness. Reach out thy tentacles to feel life again. Let the sense of this world permeate thy smell. Ya, Avuzel, the sounds of our world are loud in thine ears to do with what thou will. Let the light and shadow of this world enter thy sight. Let thine own shadow of darkness cover the world without the need of light. Ya, Avuzel, dark calls unto darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. You hear a crackling noise and see flashes of lightning from the dendrites as the smell of ozone permeates the air.
Okay. We might be done. Ja, Wuzel! Oh, die! Something does not happen there. Let's save. Wow, again. Whoop. I haven't smelled a big deal. I think the speed is a little too high. It's kind of okay. Fuck it. I have a bunch of healing potions. Ow. Okay. Let's just die. I didn't die. Maybe that was meant to be like that. I have 14 healing potions.
That feels good. Just what you needed to relieve some of the aches and pains.
Let's take another one.
That feels
good. Last sphincter. What's up, man? We're finishing this game, that's what's up. Oh. We did all the things here. The last one is the heart, and it's this one, right? Yeah, this is the heart. Oh. The scroll contains a symbol of a heart at the top. When you look away, you can almost swear you can see it beating. The rest is written in characters that seem to be... Okay, so just use it on the altar.
You unroll the scroll containing the heart ritual. The words are visible at last, and you begin to perform the ritual. Ya, Avuzel, master of darkness, your servant stands now before your heart of darkness. Let your heart pulsate again with power and life. You feel a heavy throbbing sensation from your own heart, as if some force is trying to rip it free from your chest. Ya, Avuzel, let the heart of darkness force the black blood through your veins. The pressure on your chest relaxes as the stone heart begins to pulse and throb with unearthly energy. Ya, Avuzel, master of darkness. As you complete the ritual, the scroll turns to dust in your hands. The rumbling noise grows louder as a passage opening appears in the ceiling above the heart altar.
Above? What you mean, above? Oh.
Very good. You have succeeded where many have failed. Begin the final ritual. Soon the darkness will return to this land, and I will never lie helpless in my coffin again. Summon Avuzel and free the shadows of darkness.
Shadows of darkness.
Enough talk. Let's get this over with.
I do believe you are jealous. Is that because this hero stopped you from summoning Iblis so long ago? You resent the fact that I triumphed while you failed, don't you?
I only wish to begin your moment of triumph, my dear Dark Master.
Very well. Let the final ritual begin.
You begin to recite the final ritual. Ya, Avuzel, we summon thee. Cold chill fills you, and you feel as if your blood was being sucked from your veins. Still you continue. Oh, great Dark One, enter the world of light. You feel as if your feet were slowly and painfully dissolving into the floor as if by acid. Somehow you continue the essence ritual. Oh, shadows of darkness, enter the land of the living. Your arms feel as if they were frozen, locked forever holding this paper. You continue to speak because you have no other choice. Oh, master of the forever night, return to your own body and live again. Your head aches, and it's getting incredibly difficult to concentrate. You can barely intone the last words of the ritual. Ya, Avuzel, we summon thee.
Yes! Yes! The spell is completed, and Avuzel awakens. Darkness will fill the land, and we will never flee the sunshine again.
Oh.
No! How dare you!
Ah, you have just shattered the bonds which bound me. Now we shall see who is the true Dark Master.
She attacked him. Okay, can we save here? Save as just to the end. This looks like neurons.
I am still a far greater
like where the
master
brain
of
is.
magic than you. I am a far more powerful vampire than you. Do you really think your spells can harm me? Guess again.
But my dear Katrina, I do not need to cast spells at you to destroy you. I intend only to destroy my enemy, the one you seem so fond of. Care to watch him die?
No! I will not let him die!
No. Whoa.
The fool! I knew that a Vuzel would be attracted by that spell. Now Katrina will have all the darkness she so desired, and much, much more. Ah, the first part of my vengeance is complete. Now I can enjoy fully watching you die slowly and painfully.
The tendrils you clutch so desperately are starting to slip through your numb fingers. You cannot hold on much longer.
No.
Still, there is a fire burning inside you as you realize that Katrina truly cared for you. You know that you must stop Adavis once more and forever, and prevent the Dark One from fully entering this world.
There's no place you can run to, and no place for you to hide. Soon there won't even be a place to stand upon. Getting worried, great hero?
Okay, we can do something. Let's talk to you.
With you and Katrina out of the way, no one can prevent me from taking over this land. I can easily turn any enemy into my own personal vampire slave, as Katrina did to me. I will soon have an army of powerful servants. I will be the most powerful creature in the world.
In no other game would you be able to just talk to the final boss, but no, this would work.
I have waited a long time for the pleasure of destroying Katrina. She dared to think she could be my master. Ha! The darkness will allow me to move freely, no longer bound to stay within travel time of my coffin. And what will happen to the foolish peasants in the village? Now that you have so conveniently removed the protection from the town by taking Irana's staff away, they will become my father.
Your father?
The darkness will allow me to move freely, no longer bound to stay within travel time of my coffin. And what will happen to the...
Oh, whoops. Oh, wow. Is that the bad ending? The bad ending is usually better than the good ending, as the shadows of darkness cover the land and thousands of voices cry out in agony and grief. You think to yourself, maybe that wasn't quite the right thing to do. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, I need to talk to the guy. It seems that time is still running. When I talk to him. Let's go, boop. Dark one?
Darkness.
No, we talked about that. No. Irana.
Irana was a fool. She thought she was going to prevent the Dark One from entering this world.
Yeah, usually throwing stuff is nice.
You think I haven't arranged protections against all of your spells? I know what puny magics the wizards teach such as you.
What? Oh, I'm dead.
Odd Avis's spell burned the rope completely off your grapple. You'll need to find a way to stop his spells before you will have any chance of defeating Odd.
Does that mean I'm fucked? I think that's the game telling me I'm fucked. protect from his spells.
You don't...
Oh.
Odd
No.
Avis.
Okay, I really need to do something. Do we have magic protection spells? Reversal spell?
You cast...
That's not the magic way, but he did say we were a mage, or maybe the game thinks we're a mage now for some reason.
Your reversal spell has...
Wow, already? Holy shit.
You cast... Odd Avis.
No, that doesn't work. Oh, we have the ultimate joke.
You tell the ultimate joke about the wizard and the farmer's daughter. Killer.
You think to delay your demise by telling stupid jokes? That wasn't even funny.
Despite his protestations, Adavis begins to laugh. In a few moments he's doubled over, still laughing uncontrollably. Now's your chance!
Oh, okay. I'm sure there was other things I could do, but yeah, let's do that. The grapple or the daggers? Let's go with the daggers. Okay, no, it's the dagger. It's the grapple.
Climbing over to Adavis with the rope and grapple would take too long. You don't have time to do that. You don't have time to deal with the crystal right. Climbing over to Adavis with the rope. This is not... You don't have time to do that. You can't jump. You can't. You don't have time to deal...
Oh, there was one left. One dagger left to kill them. I think I threw 4 maybe, you needed 5. I thought it didn't do anything, so I stopped doing that something else. And then, we're just gonna try the dagger again. Boop.
A luminescent crystal pulses with magical energy. This must be the crystal in which Irana was trapped during our final battle against the dark... It doesn't say... No one... It's just out of...
It's just out of reach. Okay, maybe now the grapple.
You could reach the crystal. You missed. You missed. You missed. You could reach... You could reach the crystal.
Okay. Oh, the staff? Maybe we never used it.
You touch the staff of Irana to the crystal.
I could have tried that maybe at the end with him, maybe.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You have freed me from my long imprisonment and this land from its own danger. I have driven Avuzel back to its own dimension, and I shall make certain it can never return. The darkness is banished forever from Mordavia because of you. My spirit is released, and I am no longer trapped by the Dark One. Thank you. I can hold this image no longer. Farewell.
With the rocking chair.
2 weeks pass from the final encounter at the Dark One's cave. Your friends and acquaintances in Mordavia hold a party in your honor at Castle
Change the
Volga.
music, come on.
So even as we speak, the swamp is drying up. Soon the pass will open, and we may trade with the outside world. NAFTA, because we have to. We can finally sell our produce to others.
Yeah, we'll export garlic to all parts of the world. Everybody will be stinky.
We can even import an elephant or 2, just for old time's sake.
The king has sent word that I shall be the newly appointed voyeur. Castle Borgov will again protect and guard Mordavia. he could not have chosen a worthier person for the role. And I mean that sincerely.
We have gathered here to thank this hero. He has driven away the shadows of darkness from this land. Mordavia will again be the peaceful, beautiful land of our forefathers.
The people fill the room with their cheers.
He returned Tanya to us. For that, we shall be forever grateful.
He proved that dreams can be real if you work to make them so.
He brought me back to my mommy and daddy, and you know what? They weren't even mad at me.
Everyone again gives a cheer of happiness.
Igor be engraved if not for hero friend. Instead of redhead, Igor be deadhead. Little graveyard humor there.
I would have been burned at the stake only because I am a gypsy, if this hero had not befriended me.
That's because some people whose names I won't mention, but you know who you are, spread nasty rumors that gypsies were werewolves. How foolish to believe such things.
There are many here who owe their lives and happiness to this hero. In a land with a history of great heroes like Pyotr and Irana, he is one of the greatest.
Again, the hall is filled with cheers of excitement. You suddenly hear a familiar pair of voices.
There, that's it. I believe this crystal ball is finally working. Do you see anything, Fenris?
Yeah, I see him. He's with a bunch of people. It's either a reward ceremony or a lynch mob.
What? Let me see. Well, it's a reward ceremony, of course. He's probably done some great deed, as usual.
So now what?
Well, seeing that his adventure in Mordavia is obviously over, we bring him here to Silmaria, of course.
Suppose he doesn't want to
Silmaria.
come here.
Ah, you forget. He is a hero. Silmaria needs a hero right now. Everyone knows a hero has to go where a hero has to go.
Let's hope he knows that. Just make sure you use the right spell to teleport. The last time you tried this, you brought the clothes and left the person behind.
This time, for sure.
Final stats. Okay, almost maxed out agility, maxed out intelligence. Communicate is pretty high. Throwing, yeah, nice. Pick lock. Stealth, acrobatic 293. Anyway, I will import this to good game. I see you didn't need any more my hints. No, I didn't really need any hints at all. Like even when I was stuck, it was just because I needed to just wait in the inn. This game is all about waiting. You need to wait the right moment. You need to go to places after a couple of days, talk to people multiple times after talking to other people. You don't expect that from a point-and-click adventure game. Usually there's like a couple of conversations and that's it. Not because you talk to many other people that the conversation trees will change. Anyway, Anix, good night. Good night everyone, we're done with this game. We'll be importing this into Quest for Glory 5. I might grind a little bit more like the stealth and the pick lock and the throwing maybe before jumping to the next game. The rest is pretty okay. Congratulations, you have successfully completed Quest for Glory. I didn't check the
score. If
score.
you have not already done so, we encourage you to play Shadows of Darkness again with the other character types. Many of the puzzles are different or have alternate. In the meantime, you are already a winner. Please insert
I'm a winner!
this in your floppy drive to save your winning hero.
Oh yeah, we need to save this. A? I should save your hero. That's kind of weird. That won't work if I do that. Can I just do this? Does that work?
The save character file has been created. Save this disc for use with later Quest for Glory games from Sierra Online.
Yeah, it says A drive. What the fuck?
Thank you for playing Quest for Glory, Shadows of Dark.
I'm guessing you just put it in the...
Congratulations again on winning. We hope to see you again in a future.
Yeah, you put it in the cloud save. Well, Project Manager. And this is the credits you can get, I think, if you just click credits at the beginning of the game. That music could have been better, that ending music. It's like too loud and too pompous for this game. That doesn't match the tone of the game. You need to match your tones. So yeah, good game, but I think it's uneven. I think they just threw too many things in there, like vampires and the dark ones, and like Toulouse and vampires and zombies, and I don't know. But it's a good game still. Like this music. The rest of the music is fine in the game, but that doesn't feel like the game. It feels like the next game. In Still Mario, I loaded it up to see if I can make it work, and it looks like your typical medieval settings, a little bit like Spielberg in the first game. So, I don't know how original it will be. It's in 3D, but it's still point and click mouse interface, so it's like the kind of 3D that I wanted games to stick to, not tank controls or yeah, just like do a simple 2D background with 3D characters or everything 3D if you can afford if they could make it work. Because back then, that's a lot of polygons if you want details, backgrounds. And that's the thing, you want details in those games. And it was completely lost when the 3D era came in. Like, adventure game couldn't find their way in 3D. It's like platformers, okay, 3D platformers. But, adventure games, 3D adventure games, like Grim Fandango and the last Monkey Island game, and there's a bunch of other that I think, like Grim Fandango was a good game, but the port to the 3D was... Gabriel Knight is a game that they use the 3D well. This was awesome, brought back so many good memories, thanks. No problem, thanks, I'm here for that. And that's really good music, Quest for Glory 5, really? Nice. Yeah, successfully completed Quest for Glory Shadows of Darkness, now try again with another character type. Restore? No, we're not restoring. So yeah, I'm gonna raid someone. We're gonna raid Legion. Who's playing some Battletoad? Sierra had a great run. Oh yeah, for sure. And even when they stopped developing game, they continue to publishing great games. For example, Half-Life. So that's it for tonight, 8 PM Eastern Time tomorrow for some Morrowind. Saturday, I don't think there's going to be any streams. And Sunday, we're going to jump into another game to replace this, which will be X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, which came out as like a standalone game, but was only multiplayer, no campaign, but battles and missions and little stuff like that, but no like story campaign. But then they came out with a story campaign that can be played solo, it can be played co-op, but I'm gonna play solo. It's called Balance of Power. So it's your typical X-Wing TIE Fighter game, except on a better engine, and I was able to even put it in the 3D, accelerated 3D. Yeah, with higher resolution than the original game, so stay tuned for that. So that's it. Remember to have fun. Ciao, guys.